The island of Cebu, known in the world for its beautiful beaches, scenic mountain views, and a way of life that is diverse yet synergistic, is the center of commerce, industry, and education in the region. It is one of the Philippines' international hub, opening to a progressive environment of world-class facilities amid the charm of a traditional culture. The Ironman 70.3 Philippines had called Cebu its home for the past 8 years, and now, with the Ironman Athletes' Choice Awards in tow for will attend next year and Best Post-Race Celebration, welcomes more than 2,000 athletes from 57 countries around the world to race their best this weekend. Triathletes, MABUHAY, and welcome to the crown jewel of the South and to the Regent Aguila Energy Drink Ironman 70.3 Philippines, powered by Philam Vitality. This is your race briefing. Athletes are required to read the rules and schedules of the race. You may go online on www.ironman703phil.com or read on your official program book produced in partnership with TriLife magazine. Please make sure you've taken time to check your athlete race kit for all the items you will need during the race. Race bib, number tattoos, swim cap, helmet sticker, bike seat post number, bike pump sticker, street gear and transition bags, and ID wristband. Participants are required to bring their helmets during the bike check-in on Saturday. Helmet sticker must be placed on your helmet for visual check by the technical officials. Participants must ensure helmets are in good condition, that there are no cracks, and the locks and latch are working. Participants are able to bring their bike pumps on race morning. Please ensure your bike pumps are adequately labeled by using the bike pump sticker from the athlete kit. We have our bike mechanics available at transition. If you choose to use your street gear bag, please make sure to drop them off at transition. Use the street gear bag included in your race kits. No other bags will be accepted. During race morning, transition opens at 4:30 a.m. and closes at 6 a.m., after which participants are no longer allowed to move in and out of transition, except to move towards the swim start. Relay bikers and runners must be responsible to be at the relay tent before the relay member arrives. The swim course. The swim will start with a 1.9-kilometer swim in the beachfront of Shangri-La Mactan Resort and Spa. The clockwise direction begins with 100 meters, then left to 400 meters, and right to 50 meters. Participants will then take a right leading them to the 850-meter part of the course, then they make a right to the 50-meter, 350-meter, and the final 100-meter. After finishing the point-to-point swim, participants will exit the Shangri-La boat ramp leading to the transition area. There will be 2 aid stations at the swim course. The first is at the swim check-in and the other on the swim exit. Hydration will be available at these aid stations. Here are the swim start schedule and swim cap colors. Wave 1, Male Pro, Male Asian Elite, Male CEO. Swim start is at 6:20 a.m. And Wave 2, Female Pro, Female Asian Elite, Female CEO. Swim starts at 6:22 a.m. Wave 1 and Wave 2 will wear silver caps to indicate a swim time of below 30 minutes. Wave 3 is the rolling wave start of the age group and relay participants. This starts at 6:30 a.m. with following groups will be strictly implemented. Swim Zone 2, 31 to 35 minutes, red swim caps. Swim Zone 3, 36 to 40 minutes, orange swim caps. Swim Zone 4, 41 to 45 minutes, yellow swim caps. Swim Zone 5, above 45 minutes, white swim caps. Swim zones are determined by the validated swim times on a reference race the athlete submitted during registration. The swim course will close 70 minutes after the last athlete crosses the starting line at the rolling start. Athletes who go beyond the 70-minute limit will be stopped at any of the following points: swim finish, transition 1, transition 2. Any athlete who exceeds the cutoff will not be allowed to proceed to the run course and will have DNF in the official race results. Remember, holding on to the resting rafts are allowed, but sitting on the rafts will result in an instant disqualification. Anchored resting rafts will be strategically located along the swim course. Lane lines will be available for safety. Please refrain from holding on to the lane line or using the lines to propel yourself. Please note that buoys are color-coded for your guidance, yellow for turning buoys, and red for sight or navigational buoys. Swimwear must not cover the neck, go past the elbow, or extend past the knees. Sleeves can be worn but cannot extend past the elbow. Swimwear may contain a zipper. A race kit may be worn underneath the swimwear as long as it does not extend past the elbow or below the knees. Illegal swimwear will result in disqualification. The bike course. From the transition area, participants will take a narrow road heading to the main part of the race course, passing through the Mactan New Town. Participants will then face an imposing yet considerable climb in the bike course, the Marcelo Fernan Bridge. Participants will bike towards Plardel Street, heading to F.E. Zwelig at kilometer 13, which is the location of the first hydration station for the bike course. Participants will continue in F.E. Zwelig and turn right and exit at Owano Avenue and left towards Osmeña Boulevard, heading underneath the iconic Plaza Independencia through the Cebu South Coastal Road Tunnel. After emerging from the tunnel, participants will head to the flat wide roads of Cebu South Coastal Road, where they will make the first turnaround at kilometer 29 in Talisay City. Participants will encounter lots of head and crosswinds in the area, but will be rewarded by flat roads and a scenic view. After the first turnaround in Talisay City, participants will head back to F.E. Zwelig to make the next turnaround at kilometer 45. Participants will make a turnaround from Mountainside Road to Seaside Road. Participants will head to Talisay City for the final turnaround at kilometer 61. After making the final turnaround, participants will then head back, passing F.E. Zwelig at kilometer 77. Head to Plardel Street, then climbing the Marcelo Fernan Bridge, heading to Punta Engaño and back to the Mactan New Town. Participants will traverse 4 cities in the bike course, namely Lapu-Lapu City, Mandaue City, Cebu City, and Talisay City. There will be 5 hydration stations within the bike course. These will be located at kilometer 13, kilometer 29, kilometer 45, kilometer 61, and kilometer 77 towards Lapu-Lapu City. Mont St. Michel water in Sun Life bike bottles and Gatorade in bike bottles are available in the hydration stations. Please do not litter. Riders must follow directional signs and race marshals to direct them to the right course. The Regent Aguila energy drink Ironman 70.3 Philippines, powered by Philam Vitality, is a non-drafting race. Strict and knowledgeable bike referees will penalize you for drafting, so make sure you will follow the instructions when you are told to stop by the bike referees. Please take note of the Ironman drafting rules. The drafting distance is 12 meters. A rider must complete the pass between 25 seconds only. Failure to complete the pass will result in a drafting penalty. Drafting penalty is 5 minutes for each penalty. The penalty tent is located at the transition. If you do receive a penalty, the race official will show you a blue, yellow, or red card. The official will tell you to stop at the penalty tent and will note your race number and other information. These are the official penalty cards. Blue is for drafting and intentional littering. Penalty is 5 minutes at transition. Yellow card is for blocking. Penalty is 30 seconds at transition. 3 penalties will result in a red card. That means disqualification from the race. Do not argue with the race official, but do acknowledge the card. Bike cutoff is 5 hours and 30 minutes from the last rolling start of release. Participants will be eliminated after the cutoff. There will be an intermediate bike cutoff. 0 kilometers, start of the bike leg leaving T1, 8:15 a.m. 61 kilometers, Talisay turnaround point at the second pass, 11:15 a.m. 77 kilometers, Cebu International Convention Center, third pass, 11:55 a.m. 90 kilometers, end of the bike leg, entering T2, 12:30 p.m. Participants will be stopped at these areas at the corresponding times and they will no longer be allowed to continue the race. Please note, the above intermediate cutoff times are predicted based off the time that the final athletes enters the water. These may be subject to change. Bike checkout will start at 12 p.m. for Pro, Asian Elite, CEO, and AWA participants. Then at 1 p.m. for age groupers and team relay participants. Transition will close at 6 p.m. All unclaimed bikes will be left at transition. Organizers will not be liable for all unclaimed bikes. The Run Course. The final challenge is the run course. The run course is a 2-loop course of generally flat terrain of mixed asphalt and concrete roads. From Shangri-La Mactan Resort and Spa, participants will head to the narrow and flat roads of Punta Engaño. They will be greeted with large crowds from the surrounding communities in the area. Hydration is critical since the area will be very hot and humid. Hydration stations will be spaced out evenly, giving fluids and other needs of the participants. Turnaround points will be on key subdivisions, villages in Punta Engaño, after which participants will run back to the Shangri-La Mactan Resort and Spa parking lot for the finish line. There are 6 aid stations along the run course. Aid stations will be spaced 1 kilometer apart. The following will be available at the aid stations: Mont Saint Michel water, Gatorade, light water, Pepsi Cola, Goo, energy gels, ice, sponges, banana, and cooling drums. Please do not litter. Please follow the run marshals and directional signs. The timing system will ensure that you have completed the whole run course, but it is still each runner's responsibility to complete 2 loops and go past the turnaround points. There will be intermediate run cutoff. These are the following: 0 kilometers, start of the run leg, leaving T2, 12:35 p.m. 10.9 kilometers, starting lap 2 at turnaround point 2 nearest Shangri-La Hotel, 2:10 p.m. 16.2 kilometers, Discovery Bay turnaround point, lap 2, 2:55 p.m. 21.1 kilometers, finish line, 3:30 p.m. Participants will be stopped at these areas at the corresponding times, and they will no longer be allowed to continue the race. Please note the above intermediate cutoff times are predicted based off the times that the final athlete enters the water. These may be subject to change. Each participant is given 8 hours and 30 minutes to finish the entire course. This will be case to case on the start time of each participant. An experienced medical team will be in the event with medical personnel at the swim start, swim exit, transition on the bike and run courses, and a medical tent is also set up at the finish line. There will also be ambulances allocated at the event at all times. There are 60 age group qualifying slots for the 2020 Ironman 70.3 World Championship in Taupo, New Zealand. Qualified athletes are required to claim their 2020 Ironman 70.3 World Championship slot in person on Sunday on 5 p.m. at the golf course of Shangri-La Mactan. This has been your Regent Aguila Energy Drink Ironman 70.3 Philippines, powered by Philam Vitality Race Briefing. Good luck and see you at the finish line.